Hi everyone, this is Phyllis with Philly's Finds. I am bringing you a haul video from officesupply.com and from echoparkpaper.com. So, two interesting hauls that I got. So you might want, I'll put a link down below for both places. They're kind of fun and kind of great to check them out. Life is Better with a Twist. This is one of the things I got at Dollar General. So it is kind of a motto for this year. This one here is the little felting kit that I got at Dollar Tree. And this is what it made. It was this cute little itty-bitty elephant. Now, it isn't exactly an easy thing to do any kind of felting. This is only the second one that I have ever done. And so you have to really watch because these felting needles are very, very sharp. And if you get poked, it hurts. And of course you can see where the foam that they use on this is where it all ended up collapsing as you felt along. Anyway, I am going to see if I can get another felting kit, maybe a different pattern, and kind of show you how you do it. It never comes out looking like their picture, so it is pretty close. Very hard to make the little feet and indentations so that it ends like this side. The leg is kind of not there, and it does come with, in this kit, came with gray, black, and pink. I could not figure out where the black is supposed to go on this. I mean, it shows it nowhere on the picture itself, and I thought, well, maybe it's for a tail. But when you do it, it doesn't look right. So I just gave up. See, I'd started felting this little piece to do a tail, and it wasn't right. So I didn't use the black in this one. I did use the pink and the little eyes that came with it to make the little elephant. It does have a spot here on the end where it's supposed to have a tail, or the impression of a tail, which there wasn't enough gray to do it, any bigger than what you see right here. So that's how that one turned out. Still cute. I will keep it. I don't give up. Don't get rid of my little elephants. So I'm going to be on the lookout for another kit to use. Now for office supply, I did get just a few little ephemera and little kits. And these are the four that I got. This one here are a little keychain. Little keychains with the little acrylic charms on them. So, like the butterfly is clear all the way through, but you can see the butterfly on the back side. There's the heart with dots, smile, and the little rainbow. These are by American Crafts, so you're still finding things from their original location, and that's what they are clearing out in a lot of these places. So once they're gone, they're gone. The Be Valiant is another one. This one has little buttons and raised charms. There's a couple bows, and it says thankful at the bottom. This one is Poppy and Pear, American Crafts once again. And then this one was also Be Valiant, Poppy and Pear. And they're little flap paper clips. So lots of fun and prettiness in these, and would be perfect for a card, junk journal, anything that you might want to use for those. This one here is a Maggie Holmes Forever Friends. It's an ephemera pack. And there are multiple little ephemera pieces, library cards, sayings, frames, looks like a little beetle there. So all different kinds of little things that you can tuck into a junk journal. The other three things I got, which I thought were kind of neat, these are Market, 49 Market. Now, all of these were only less than $2 for these guys. And I believe these were only $2 or $3 each. I think they were $2 for these. These are, let's see, color swatch, peach. This came in different colors. I just picked the peach, and it is actually more of a gold color. So very great for vintage junk journals. There are 3 different ones in here. These are all tickets that have perforation on them. Same with these. These are tickets. They're all perforated. And then the little stamps. Now these are really, really fun because they're the vintage look stamp, and they've got the postal marks on them. So they really do look like stamps. So you need to watch out for those. They had them in teal. They had them in, I think, hot pink. They had them in blue, this color, and I think red was the other one that they had for this. And then these two are repositionable fabric tape assortments. So I thought this was interesting. I'd never gotten a fabric type washi tape, and that's what these are. So this one comes super wide, and it is fabric with the sticky on the back side. This one is, as you can see, hummingbirds and flowers. So really a pretty. And the repeat, oh my gosh, let's see, where does it repeat? Does it repeat? Oh, it's almost 12 inches for a repeat on this. Oh, more than 12 inches. So about 14 inches repeat. So really pretty with the butterflies and the flowers and the hummingbirds in this red rosy color. And then this one, and this one here, let's see, 4 inches wide. So the nice thing about this is you can use part of it. You know, you could tear it down the center. I imagine it tears if you do a little cut. Let's see. We're going to test. Yeah, it tears. So you could use a piece of this rather than the whole thing. And, you know, make it smaller than what you need. This one here is got butterflies on it, and it's little sections. So you can see the blue here, red, or the orange, pink, green. So different sections, and so you can just use a section of it on some ephemera or on a cluster or on a page, or you could use the whole strip all the way down. And then the last one in here is this green little fabric. First one there, let's see how big that is. 1 3/4 inches wide. And then this one is only 1/4 inch wide, and it's just a pretty green, kind of a apple green. So anyway, and it shows on the outside of the box all 3 colors, so you can see what it is. The box is actually really pretty too. So there is this one here. This one is also by 49th Street Market. This one has 4 in here. Oh, interesting. It has a cutter in here. I did not realize that. Okay, I'll have to figure that one out. Didn't know that that was in there. Okay, so I guess it's a cutter. I am not sure. I'm going to have to figure that out. Anyway, this one here is kind of a pale green and ivory color, and it has magnolia flowers on it with writing. So really, really pretty. And once again, it has a repeat that is almost, let's say, 14 inches. So, because butterfly to butterfly, let's see, nope, 12 inches on this repeat. So, very, very pretty. Once again, you could cut it and make smaller strips if you wanted, or just use it as wide as it is. Let's see if it even says how long these are. It has the widths, 5 meters, it says. And the other one is 3 meters. So, a little bit more. And then it comes with a solid color, kind of a soft sage green. And then this little, and these are 1/2 inch, these two. And then this one here with little flowers. And that is really pretty botanical on that one. But I was excited about the fabric. I had not seen, you know, usually washi tapes are paper, the thin paper. So now this one here, another one, and it is 1 inch wide with the green botanicals on it. So go to officesupply.com. They have all kinds of stuff, and you have to really do a search in there to get, sometimes find the stuff. It's not an easy thing to do, but I will figure out what this does, because it doesn't come off. It is stopped in either end. It does have a little, which I imagine goes on here, maybe goes on there, and maybe it cuts as it goes along. I am not sure exactly. Let's take a look here and see what happens if we pop it in here. Nope, doesn't do it that way. Let's try it the opposite. Oh, it does. So this is a little cutter. That is so cool. Now, let me get that off of there. So it cuts it. Really, really neat. This one didn't have that, but this one does. So I'm excited about that. So I'm going to pop that one there and set these over here. Okay, and then there are 2 other things I got were these. Pull them out. These are also 49th Street Market, limited edition, Willow Essentials Project Tote. So now these are, I would say, 12 inches. Let's see if it has that. Oh, 11 inches wide. And I would say 9 inches tall. And about 2 inches wide. They do have the zipper at the top, and they are 100% lined, and they do come with these enamel dots. So this one is the green. It kind of matches this washi tape. So really kind of neat, and like I said, they're lined on the inside, so you can store tools, you can store ephemera, you can store even like this washi tape in there. You can store just about anything you want on this, but the pattern on here is really pretty, and it's almost like a linen type fabric. And then this one here has the vintage market type look, and it has, you know, stacked homes and sheds, and then it has the vehicles, VW, old truck, motorcycles. And then the back side is all different kinds of street signs, and behind it is a map. So kind of different. This one here is the Rust and Revs limited edition project tote. And they had multiple different project totes, but these are the two that I picked that I really liked. And this one has the brown dots in it. Now I did pick up two of these. These are Woodland and Grove paper pads, and these were only $2 a piece. And so I really, really like the Woodland and Grove group because of the florals that are in it and the variety that's in it. I probably already have the big pad in this in my stash, or maybe I even have the small one. I do not know. But this is Maggie Holmes. I know Joann's did carry this when they had it. But cut aparts, florals, which is gorgeous, polka dots, a foiled floral. Oops. Let's tuck that back there. That way we don't get it falling where we don't want it to. A marbled or paint, drip paint, hearts, gold hearts on a pale blue, butterflies, stripes, and these are 6 by 8 inch. A pale purple with gold foil, a mustard check, and then some small floral on a deep blue. Foiled cameras, a sepia colored rose floral, the wood, little bordered strips or borders. I call them borders because you cut them. I like to cut them apart, but they have the foil, good background. Little floral pansies almost, it looks like, or not forget-me-nots, violas. Some hydrangeas, and then it repeats. So I picked up two of those because I thought that was a good deal on those. And the last thing I got there was this Toddler Time 12 by 12 collection pack. Now I'm pretty sure I paid a little bit more for this, but I will put the link down below of what I paid for all of these so that you know. And you can see they always have things on sale there, and it changes all the time. But this here is kind of neat because you can cut these front part apart and just use the little pieces that it shows. It is a good sized paper. And on the back side, check that out. It does have a picture on it. So you can use either or on that. But each one of these, it is like 110. It is a heavier cardstock. So very fun patterns and prints in here. And I loved the vintage children and dogs. These are from vintage books. Polka dots. My elephant here, he keeps on falling off. A leaf, floral type with butterflies and the greens. Some of these match really well with the 49th Street repositionable tape. So you can use those, and the same with the tickets. They match. Now this in here, you could cut this and make these into little cards if you wanted. Back side. Really super cute. Look at this. The little airplanes, kind of a mint orange. Airplanes. This is all little things. Now this in here, you could cut these off into little pieces, or, you know, not strips because they don't, but cut little square sections. That'd be cute. Now this in here is little dogs and cats. Cats lounging together, dogs running and sniffing. And of course, backside is that beautiful orange that matches this. A newspaper, new style Joy Toy Celopedes. Oh, it's a tricycle. Okay. Velocipedes. I never thought that that was the name. We always call them tricycles. But these are what they called them back there. Velocipedes. Interesting. Now you know a new name for tricycles. Of course, this backside is orange. And then you got a page here of tags. Heart. Little lambs, puppies, dream wonderful. Dream how wonderful your life will be. When I tell you I love you, you can believe that it's true. And of course the backside. And some more cut-aparts, little tags and postcards. Explore your world, always explore. The little moments that take the childhood memories. Those are all of this 49th Street Toddler Time 12 by 12 collection packs. So if you like the vintage look, that one would be a good one to get. Okay, so we're going to pause here. I'm going to come back with the video for the Echo Park, and so you can see exactly what I got with them. A lot of new packs. They do have the $5 bonus deal going on right now, again for the packs. So they've been cycling through the different things. They've done the packs, they've done the ephemera for $2, they've done the washi tape for $1. Now they're back doing the packs again for $5. So let me clean this up and then we'll come back with the other.